Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are reapproaching Esper in a different way, and that is thanks to the meta. This is a best of one kind of approach, at least to the main board. It is concerned with having 4 Doorkeeper Thralls in this main board. It shuts off a lot of the Convoke nonsense. It stops Knight Errants from entering the battlefield and doing anything. Recruiters no longer trigger. The War Leaders don't happen, and their small creatures don't make any more tokens. And it also can work against other weird things that have artifacts enter in the battlefield, or other bigger creatures and things of that nature. Outside of that, we have Thalia to help us against control, along with 2 Sneaky Spell Pierce, a card that I often forget if it's legal or not, because nobody plays it until they play it and blow me out of the game. So that's very cool. But the main quarter piece, the main function of the deck, is really reliant around Rafine. This card has been a monster since its release, so that's what we kind of hedge our bets against and get to resolve whenever we can in order to outgrind our opponents in most situations, especially when we have a Gix online and attacking along with a Preacher as well. Outside of that, there is a sideboard, but that will be in the description below. Link down there if you are interested in playing this in best of 3, but right now this is the best of 1 list. So let's go out there, let's get down and dirty with the games, you know? Yeah, I just couldn't get my protein bar down, dude. Holy, let me out. We have a cool hand here. Oh, I have a cool hand. Play Thalia, make it a little awkward for him. Like, Schooner now becomes a little bit more expensive. Rafine would be an incredible draw here, to be honest with you. Cut down? Go for it. I wonder what will happen. No! Leave him alone. Growl's a good boy. They're going to do it on my end step, force me to tap it, and then go into their turn and have it untapped. I see. So smart. So smart. Attack. We're gonna get the value off of it at least. In step, try to remove. Or remove. And if they remove the Skrelv, they won't have the mana to remove the Thalia, so we just let it go. Taganuma is still a cycle for 3 here. We could do that to try to find a better spell. Feature. Okay. Sure. Swinging in the air. That's fine. Malcolm has actually not been played that much recently, so I don't blame them for taking kind of that route. Move to combat. Let's attack with Malcolm here. Do a value off Malcolm we can find before we slam this Preacher. Pretty good value. Okay. Thalia will probably get outgrown in terms of relevancy here. So let's just get our own Preacher down, and we can offer a trade if they'd like. Kind of want them to attack. We might even let it happen, considering we can slam a Gix and then just load back up on cards. Especially if they're kind of mapping here. Even though I think they're mapping here to hold this back as a blocker. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Blue black. Can't be make disappear. Can't be go for the throat. Cut down barely. We can offer a Malcolm trade and a Preacher trade and just hold Thalia back. And we can kind of force it with a Gix. Or I can just hold Plaza and just see what they do here. So we can sack a Plaza to protect one of these. Let's attack. Especially considering we get a draw here. Sure. That's fine. Yeah. See what's up here. Very sweet. So now we can do... We'll have a black legendary, so it'll be fine. That's not legendary. I always think they're legendary. Let's just do this then. Goes off the board. And then obviously cut down can get taken by this bat here. But the main problem for them and the issue they'll have is they'll have to take his cut down, and then we'll just Gix. And it's sure they might draw an extra card. But I think the value of us getting through and attacking for so much is going to be way better. But I could be wrong. They don't have a land. They literally can't do anything to us. Or they can play that, I guess. Like, in theory, they can't do much to us. Spell Pierce coming at a weird time, that's for sure. I play Gix, they're forced to kind of block, I think. Yeah, let's play our Talking Numa down. Let's play this Gix. Boy. Got to block with 3 creatures to get this off the board. Let's barrel here. Again, I think I have to draw cards. Okay. Maybe drawing cards is horrible. I have no idea. Pass. Especially if I can get to the point that I'm drawing more lands, but I'm shielded. Preacher. Okay. I'm in so much danger, dude. Had like quite the weird hand. Already seen 3 Thalias. Okay. What is one? Here, mate. Go for the card draw. Unless you have removal. But it will cost 3 mana to do such because we have a Thalia. I feel like the Malcolm attack was a little loose by me initially. I think it has to be the play. Considering we have another one. Play Thalia first here. The combat. We have shielded attack, and then we give shielded protection if they block with the preacher. Get preacher off the battlefield. Here we go, shields down here, but I think it's necessary. Sure. It's now gone. You're down to 13. If they attack with Malcolm, they lose more too. But they have to draw. It's not a May. The other thing is, okay. Feels like a board wipe if that's the kind of attack that we see here. But no, I guess this kind of negates like the shielded essentially. So that makes sense to attack with that for sure. Land. Siren number 3. Aito. Okay. This is just a draw if they'd use it. Or they can make a 1/1.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, they make 1/1 to kind of prevent me from drawing out of this situation. I mean, I have to attack. Sure. Yeah. Another land is just devastating. Guess land pass here. Down a little bit. Now they're in a tough spot because drawing is definitely hard. They go for it. Oh no. Am I gonna get active, non-active playered here? That's gonna be tough, dude. So if they play a shielded, I lose. If you're unsure why, my trigger will go in the stack first. Theirs will go in the stack second, resolving theirs first. They missed. Yeah, so I've talked about it in the past. Listen, I don't think I played that game that cleanly. First time like loading up the deck, a little bit tough for me for sure. But if they play a shielded here, obviously I don't have a way to answer that at all. But if they play a shielded, I draw my card, my shielded trigger goes on the stack first, and then theirs goes on second. And considering I'm at 2, theirs will resolve first, putting me at 0, and my trigger will just stay on a stack and I'll lose the game. A little bit weird. Because like this kind of bridges the gap on some of my stuff, but the only problem is I have this on 2. I don't have this, but I have this on 3, so like it's kind of fine, and I'm on the draw. We'll try. I'm not like super pumped about this hand, but I want to kind of stress test it here. That sucks. That's really bad, actually. Well, there's a blue, so We're gonna play and hold up Spell Pierce. You know, if we were on to play, I guess if we were on to play, we don't get to draw a card. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know. Okay. All right, team. Listen, if we can't find this dub, I'm in the club crying for sure. I could have played a white so I could flash this 1/2 in, but it's just not that great right here. I think I'm gonna try to play around a sure. What do I mastermind trade off here? Or do I trade off anything? No shielded inbound. I think I have to mastermind trade off. Let us trade off Bird, I suppose. And we can play White Source and Enganjo or something, but also hold up the Spell Pierce. Okay, never mind. I can play a Black Source. And getting incredibly more awkward. I have a Spell Pierce plus a Cut Down. Sweet. Only works if they draw another land in terms of like getting hit with a monster rage potentially. Oh, they're gonna give it to me? I feel like I have to, right? One. Then if they go for a second one, I can Spell Pierce the second one. And then I get 3 cards off out of their hands / off the battlefield. So good. Oh, yeah. Second one here. They have a third. This Fallout poster right here is going to have a new hole in the wall next to it, okay? Okay. I might be the only one, but I don't know if everybody's seen the Fallout announcement. Been super pumped about it. All right, I'm going to play here, and they could technically have a nice removal spell, so I'm going to play Rafine because attack plus the removal spell right now doesn't work. Witchstalker Frenzy. They have to either find a land and have Witchstalker Frenzy because they are down to 1 card. So it is a little bit tough. And they keep on top. Wow. That's tough. Is it an answer? Or is it land do that? Okay. They didn't play a third monster trades. How safe am I to block? I think pretty safe. I mean, if they have another monster trades after not saving their creature before, I feel like I'm just having a nightmare. We'll do this. So the cool thing here is this Enganjo is going to be able to be cycled for 1 mana because we have 2 legendaries in play. So Rafine grows. Honestly, I'm just going to keep the creature at this point. I know it slows down my momentum, but yeah, we have Enganjo's channel here. I keep calling it cycle every time, but lose 2 life. See it. I'm gonna let this 2 ride, by the way, because just drawing a card kind of negates this Felden, and giving them more cards seems like a bad idea. Just gonna Enganjo this Bloodthirsty Adversary. I'm not gonna give them any chance of blocking plus Monstrous Rage or me blocking plus Lightning Strike, Play with Fire, or something like that. No, I'm good on blocks. It's open season on me if you have it. There's Monstrous Rage 5. It's just short. I think they realized that it's not lethal. I think this is Lightning Strike. And so at 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm at 9. And then we draw, go to 2, double attack, go up. And then at that point, I'd be willing to play the Thrall just in case. Or if we can find a removal spell, just get the Felden off the battlefield. But that's just like, what if your lands suck? The worst part is his hand's like actually good, so I'm gonna keep it. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, and if we find another source, we have like a really nice turn, like play in the terms of like this can act as a removal spell, and if we draw like a blue source or like a kind of blue source, but for legendaries, we're looking pretty good. The only real issues we're on the draw, which is actually, I guess, a good thing. Looks like Golgari. Definitely a tougher matchup. Maybe not the toughest of all time, but it's definitely hard. Rafine can kind of help take over this matchup by filtering her hand nonstop. Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Sure. I would assume a preacher is going to come down from them next turn. And I think whenever a creature enters the battlefield, sure. And then we can draw. Kind of negating that. Sentinel does the same, but now we counter this, plus we counter Sentinel's ETB. So our Thrall putting in all the work. They can attack me for 2. Nothing's coming of that from our end. And then, even if I don't get to play a Rafine here, I do get to play a Preacher. And now we're... Hello? Arena? Arena? I just played a land, brother. Like, relax. Please. And I get to play this, and I'm not looking to ever block with this Thrall, so I'm going to attack with it. Now we have, like, a really nice, meaty boy to block, and we have protection. So, yeah, to get rid of Skrelv plus Preacher. If I do find a natural blue land, I'm going to hold up Spell Pierce probably for a couple of turns. But we do need to draw one. Or we need to get to the point that we can just Nganja one of these. Because it technically does pick up both of these right now. They miss a land. They miss a land. They're definitely in a weird spot. They're probably relying on map plus... what's this make? Just look to the right. I can see the big clue here. So yeah, they would have made a map and a clue, but they actually don't get to make either because of this Thrall. That's a nice change we made in Esper, is to play this Thrall. But they're in the tank. I'm going to let them tank, and then we'll come back if they decide to continue to play. Alright, well, they try to remove it, Preacher. I think they were just in the tank. It is black, correct? Yeah. Maybe they were curious if Long Goodbye countered that. It definitely does not. If Long Goodbye gets through hexproof, and it does not work that way. And I think that is them realizing it, or maybe just hoping I messed up. Maybe, I don't know. It's really weird. I do think that they were just in the tank. I don't think they were slow rolling me. I think they were just in a really hard spot and then tried to barrel that and hope I would mess it up or let it go or whatever. Oh, I get to go first. Very cool. Very cool here. We'll keep. We actually secretly do have this Thrall one too, by the way. Because the Skrelv coming in off this plaza, as long as my Skrelv doesn't immediately get removed, I guess. Just can tap for a white to play my Doorkeeper to Thrall. I can smell them, dude. They're aggro. I can feel it. I haven't seen Convoke yet today, so never mind. They're not aggro. I don't know what's happening. Leave me alone. I will answer your questions later. Force off? Sure, I'm attacking. They have removal. They're going to do it regardless, but flash this in. Can remove that. They got nothing. Okay. See? To be honest, just attack with this, I guess. Doorkeeper Thrall probably not that important. So, and now we have the Skrell protection. You can temporary lockdown me, I suppose, but is lockdown an artifact or not? Sure. Dick. All right, let's turn up the heat then. Next. These ones. I'm gonna make the one that has protection harder to remove. This one. We'll just make it a little bit smaller. Don't need to go crazy. Keeping the Preachers is kind of a refill situation. It's just good enough, I think. Down to 11 already. Got 4 in the air, +2 every turn. This attacking. Well, I can't even pretend to block. I think lockdown's an enchantment, right? Or is it weirdly an artifact? Because then I don't think this stops it, which would be super sick. I guess Convoke would probably play this if it stopped lockdown, right? Hey, you play a Shelly too? Dude, look at you go. I think we could potentially kill him here. As weird as that sounds. I gotta do some math and think. But I do math. I have 8. If I attack with 3. Okay. Let's use 2% of our brain, okay? We have 8 here. I have 3 more here. So that is 11. I mean, honestly, I guess we just go for it, right? I'm going to even pay life here. We're going to target this. And we're going to say protection from black. We're going to move in. We're going to attack. And I'm going to just put it on this flyer. Make it incredibly difficult. And we have destroy evil. So now we're looking really good regardless. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. All these. Sure. And I said that important. Yeah, so they live at 3. Get this off the board and make it as impossible as possible. Play land, go. What do you got for me? What do we got? Probably could have held a destroy evil, I guess, just because. Who goes first? We have the black for cut down. We have the thrall. We got Malcolm if the thrall's not good. And then we have a preacher to come in late. Yeah, I mean, his hand's pretty much everything we'd want. Nothing played early, so I will play white source and play a Skrelv instead. I guess I could have played this Plaza of Heroes. I always forget sometimes, like, trying to use 2% of my brain. I'll play land, I guess. I have a weird feeling that this is just a no more lies, so we're just gonna attack. Are you afraid of the 1? Yeah. Brutal. Gonna be a interesting match. Maybe not my favorite of all time. Slam the Malcolm, because if it sticks, it's better. And one of the reasons I'm also just attacking with my Skrelv, because I know that No More Lies was the card in hand. If we do this, we play Preacher, and then I just pass, make it hard to remove Preacher, I guess. The only real issue is, oh, they draw. Miss a land, please. I would appreciate it. Yep. Okay. Sick. I actually want to make the 1/1 as well here, so I'm actually gonna pay a white. I'm gonna play this. Then I'm gonna move to combat, and I'm gonna attack with this. Because if they're missing a land, I would like to try to go as wide as possible here. Then I'll pass. After this turn, I won't do that. I probably won't do that trick again. Well, I could, actually, because I can now play Plaza. Dude, frick. Preacher is not a legendary. The Plaza does not work. Like, I don't know why this card, I keep thinking it's a legendary. Maybe it should be, okay? This card's messed up. But I keep thinking I'm able to protect this with the Plaza, and I cannot. Ah! Oh, spicy on the play and have Thalia. Nice. Play cave immediately though. Just disguise yourself, you know. It could be cut down. Oh my god, help! Help me, dude. You can make it a little bit oh, huh? Well, at least they're playing something unique. Like, move to combat. I guess March would work here, right? Like, do you want to march this? Or you could still go herd migration. Maybe they're just domain. No, nothing. All right, sick. Sure. Well, listen, opponent. I have cards that suck. So I'm really interested in what to do here. I don't have a blue. That's kind of tough. I mean, I'm not. Do I use my cut now? No, I just hold up my Plaza of Heroes. We attack. Make 1/1. We get in. I have to imagine they at least block the Preacher. But again, they don't want me drawing cards. They don't block at all. Okay. Sure. I would like to flash this in. I can't. Human? Black. Yes. You can cycle that for no mana. That's fine with me. It's called making things equal. So the reason we did that is because we're way better off not letting them make 4 1/1s to put in the way and still get value off this. So we take a little bit of damage. We cycle that. We use a cut down that probably doesn't have a whole lot of value in this matchup. Oh, yeah, dude. Get him in. Get him in. I like that. I'll get one of them off the battlefield, too. Fine with me. I'll play another Plaza, I guess. Still can't cast on me. Get in there. We'll make another 1/1. I don't know what they're playing. It's definitely a weird situation. Just awkward. No double white. All ban Lier? Oh, dude. Our opponent's so much hotter than me. Holy. I got all riled up just now, just thinking about it. I mean, did I remove it? Yes, but you know, it's super sick. Gotta do what we gotta do. We're in. So much better just having. Oh, they trade off. Okay. Trading off tells me that they don't have a board wipe. Cause like if they have like Sunfall or something, like they would just block the biggest. Even though it doesn't really matter, it's like 2. There's the second wipe. What do you have for me, opponent? Populate's not online. Bring us in. We have 6. Going for it, you know. If Rafine sticks, I win. I think. But let's go for it. I might as well, right? Because if we get control to the point that if this Rafine resolves, we win, I think it's just good. I don't know what creature they could have. Owner of target spell or non puts on the top or bottom of the library. You can stay right on topic, dog. I will put you right back in my hand. Alright. I can't imagine committing any more to the board matters. And now, if they board wipe. Okay. That kind of does it. Her third Sunset Revelry will do it. Sure. Have double white up. Because they've hit a couple white sources in a row. The Populate's not online. Sunfall's not online. Sure. Okay. All right. Well, weirdly enough, I didn't play against Convoke today, so I'm much happier of a person right now. Even though I feel like we kind of had the card to beat it. But, you know, typical arena fashion. If as soon as you're ready to beat a deck, they say, you'll never see it. It's fine. But that card in general is Doorkeeper Thrall. If you're like, how does this beat it? It says artifact creatures entering the battlefield do not cost abilities to trigger. Some of you might know right off the rip what it does. Recruiters no longer enter the battlefield and give everything haste and a 1/0. Knight Errant of Eos is no longer enter the battlefield and do anything at all. If they have a War Leader's Call, the creatures enter the battlefield, which is what triggers the War Leader's Call. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this stops that as well. So we don't get pinged. We don't get Knight Errant. We don't get recruited. Any of their creatures entering the battlefield do nothing. Also, including their small creatures like Voldarian Epicure does not come in and make a blood token, and it does not ping us. The other creature as well. We have to go first. Obviously, they'll play one of those on turn 1, so it's a little bit tough. But either way, this card has been a phenom in those matches, and my friend recommended this deck because of that. Outside of that, we get Thalia back in. Thalia kind of somehow in a weird way got sidelined, even though it does battle pretty well against those Indomitable, like the Convoke deck. It is weirdly bad though, because they just play creatures and they play them for free, so this doesn't do anything. But Malcolm's a little weird as well. Fairy Mastermind's a little bit weird, but we have a lot of flash in the deck, and that is what's so good against control. As soon as like your control opponent's trying to hold up priority or anything or pass turn to do stuff on your turn, you're like, you flash this in, even though it's not that big right now. A card like Rafine can outgrow it and make it huge. So if they don't have an answer for Rafine, they might have to kill this right away, and then you're getting more cards out of their hand. So outside of that, this deck's super sweet. This is the best of 3 build. So if we look at the sideboard here, you can see we got some Deep Cavern Bats, which we didn't waste our time playing around with today. And then go for the throats a little bit. Denix are in the side. A couple extra spell pierces in the matches. They're good. Like control kind of spell piercing those sunfalls or depopulates if needed. And then the cut downs down here just in case we need it for more. And then Deep Cavern Bats, for whatever reason, they're down here as well. But Destroy Evils come in as well to answer other things that we can't. But outside of that, this deck was super fun. The land count is a little high. It's at 27. But it's kind of deceiving because these lands right here, like this is 4 spells right here. Because you get to use them for 1 or 2 mana because of our legendary creatures. So outside of that, I hope you all enjoyed. I had a wonderful time playing this deck today. Arena didn't feel super stale. I actually saw some different decks, so that was kind of cool. But outside of that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.